After my first day in Soweto, where they took me to a block party, the next morning, a gentleman by the name of Piri, aka the Enforcer, took us on a tour to the Hector Pieterson Museum. The museum is named after one of the first school kids killed in the Soweto Uprising. Now, in 1974, the Apartheid government passed the Afrikaans Medium Decree, which forced subjects in schools to be taught in the language of Afrikaans, which is a Dutch-based language.
So they wanted to change everything to Afrikaans language. So you see, they were coming with another colonization now.
So all the textbooks, all the curriculum,
everything in the public toilets, in the buses, everything will be written in Afrikaans, and we'll be studying everything in Afrikaans.
Now this sparked an outrage with the black children, as Afrikaans was the language of the oppressive apartheid regime. So on June 16, 1976, black school children in Soweto led protests against the apartheid policies. Now there were about 3,000 to 10,000 kids of all ages for the march that sang and waved posters with slogans such as "Down with Afrikaans." Now along the route of the march, the police barricaded the roads. About 1,500 heavily armed police officers were deployed to Soweto. The police set their dogs and tear gas on the protesters, and when that wasn't effective, the police began to shoot at the children with automatic rifles, and all hell broke loose. One of the first kids to get shot and killed was 13-year-old Hector Pieterson, who was shot at the Orlando West High School. Now there was a newspaper photographer who took a photo of a fellow student carrying a bloody Hector Pieterson with Hector's sister beside him in complete horror. That image went viral in the 1970s around the world, and it became the iconic image of the struggle against apartheid. The official death toll varies depending on who you talk to, but many in Soweto say that 566 school children were killed during the protests, and over 1,000 people were injured. The hospitals and clinics were completely filled with injured and bloody children. And the dirty police requested that the hospitals provide a list of all the victims with bullet wounds so they could prosecute them for rioting. The Soweto Uprising happened at a time when the government was trying to rebrand apartheid's image to the international community as being friendly and not necessarily racist. But that photo of Hector Pieterson's dead body, along with a lot of other images, went around the world, and that strengthened the international boycott and put harsh economic sanctions on the apartheid regime. The Soweto Uprising and the brutality of the police sparked a lot of boycotts, riots, and overall political instability to a lot of parts of South Africa, which resulted in the currency becoming devalued and the apartheid government going into complete crisis. The bravery of those school children to stand up to the apartheid regime's policies was a major catalyst that resulted in the end of apartheid some 18 years later. June 16th is now a public holiday in South Africa called Youth Day, and that's to honor the school children who risked their lives to protest against the apartheid system.